I don't even know how to see chat on this thing. Do I gotta be vertical maybe? Rotate device back. A little shaky. Don't know if this works good because I am far from the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure how this is turning out. I can't even see chat on this phone. I don't know how to find chat on this thing, but we will see. Is it down here? Man, guys, I'm not even sure how to read the chat on here. Chat viewing, top chat. Okay, there we go. I think. Well, guys, it is pretty late out here. I got the garden cleaned up. I wanted to show you guys some of the garden real quick. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't know if there's any, say hello or something. I can't see chat on this for some reason. Maybe I should have had the phone vertical. But this is the garden. It's been a lot of work this year. We've been now probably 10 days and haven't had any rain, and it's been like super duper duper hot. But, so weird that I can't, oh, there we go. Ratliff Lawns. How you doing, Wes, over there in Tennessee? How's the reception on this thing? I'm pretty far away from the house and I'm using Wi-Fi. But I wanted to show you guys the garden. Everything's coming along good. I've had to keep up on watering this mess every single day. And it is a little messy. The only thing I got to do was mow the lawn so far. And I watered everything today. But it's been a while because I'm behind in videos on YouTube since you guys have seen anything in the garden. Hopefully walking around isn't too bad. But our broccoli is about done here, if you can see. I mean, we could still eat that, I guess, but it's kind of bolting now. And then I have flowers going all throughout the garden here. Like all these flowers you see, the yarrow and all that, the torch lilies, all of this stuff here, most of the flowers you've seen actually came from right in this garden here. I just dug them out of the ground here, split them into a whole bunch of different flowers, and they've exploded this year in growth. And this year, instead of doing like, I don't know, people do the Florida weave with their, oh, you guys want to see something cool? Let's see if Mama's in there. No, she's not in there, but look, there's little babies in there. They made a nest in my pear tree here. But let's get them walk and see how far I can get without me losing reception. So these are all cabbages. These are actually giant, too far away from the house. Ooh, too far away from the house. I lose reception towards the back of the garden here, but we'll go and see if it buffers anymore. Yeah, purple yarrow here. My figs actually came back. I was surprised. These fig trees used to be way up here. They used to grow really big, but 82 there. Today it felt like 87, Wes. It's been kind of hot, above average for us around here. And no rain. We haven't had any rain, measurable rain, probably in 2 weeks now. And I don't think we're supposed to get any measurable rain within the next 2 weeks. I mean, within the next week, I don't think. And it's still supposed to stay warm. Yeah, that's hot. Foggy this morning. 92. Ugh. Ugh. The girls just got back from Florida, our two oldest daughters, Kayla and Paige. And it was like 90 something there and really, really humid and sticky. Oh, look, these are, let me see if it buffers. All this right here are potatoes. So what I did with these potatoes is I dug a hole in the ground here, and then all over there is potatoes. All over there is potatoes. So the girls had bought organic potatoes for dinner one night, and we never ate them, never made them, and they were sitting in the kitchen. So, oh man, the mosquitoes are bad out here. So I planted them in the ground, and they actually grew in the ground pretty good. It's dried out here. As you can, let me pan around. If you can see back there, that back there is the hay field. They just hayed this, and it was so dry back there. And then they just, let me go slow so I don't get you guys dizzy. They just hayed this whole field across the street from us here. That field over there, and it's bone dry too. We're actually, all our lawns aren't growing as fast anymore because fescue, it needs to be between 60 and 78 degrees actually for it to be like prime growing. Natural vanillas, natural squirrel repellent. I haven't had much problems with pests in this garden. We haven't sprayed much, but I think it might be the fact that we have a lot of birds around here, and I think the birds eat a lot of the bugs. So, and we have blueberries over here. So how's it work? How's the feed working? Hopefully good. Oh, and look at this tomato here. I love the garden. This tomato here, if you guys, oh, look at the lightning bugs. Do you guys have lightning bugs? They light up crazy here at nighttime. This here is a Cherokee purple. And what I did was cut it off another plant and stuffed it in the ground. And it was only this tall. And now it's coming back and it's about to put a purple tomato on. Pretty cool. You guys can do that with your tomatoes and you will be able to, it's like if you buy a variety of tomato, not potato. If you buy a variety of tomato and you really like it and it's an indeterminate tomato, one that keeps growing until you guys get a freeze, you can then turn around and cut I'll show you with this right here, because I did it with these too, and they're not doing as good, I don't think. But these tomatoes here, you see these arms here? See how you got a node down in here coming out from here? You can cut that right there and break all the branches off to the top of here and pull the flowers off and just stick it in the ground. Yeah, when I lived up in Jersey, we had a lot of lightning bugs up there. I'm not sure now. It's been 5, maybe 6 years since I've been back to Jersey. We haven't been there in a long time, and I don't plan on going back there. If I go anywhere on a vacation, I'll see that. I gotta stay here, guys, and talk about the garden up at the corner here. It's one day we'll get a better Wi-Fi. We tried switching to Verizon, and that is 10 times slower than our current carrier that we have now. So we're gonna have to, we have 2 internets right now. I'm gonna get rid of Verizon, and then we're gonna have to figure out something to boost the signal out here if I want to do a live in the garden. This is kale here. So how many of you guys have a garden? I just noticed today that we haven't done a live on this channel in, I think almost a year and a half, since December. Yeah, it is my birthday. I'm old. That was Rachel. She popped on here. And how's you guys' weather been? I know you guys have said hot. Are you guys drying out? Thanks, Scott. Are you guys drying out from all the no rain that, well, in the south we're not getting any rain. Unless you're down in Florida, then I feel kind of bad. They're getting flooding way down in Florida. But I just wanted to show you guys how everything's looking. It's growing nicely. I wish we would get some cooler temperatures and some rain. Got lots of plants, but still in the greenhouse. Yeah, Wes, I know it's a lot of work. It's kind of hard to get out here at nighttime and work after we're done mowing. Thanks, Virgil, for saying happy birthday. It's kind of hard to get out here and mow everything. I mean, mow all day, then come out here in the garden and play, especially when it's 90 degrees out here. So I'll do a little bit at a time and try to get caught up. What?
Your daughter almost tried to kill me.
I'm doing a live there, dear.
She almost killed me. She went,
Really, man? Thanks, Kate, for saying happy birthday. That was the girls. They just got back. So what do you guys like to grow in the garden? My favorite is probably green beans and peppers. Rachel's favorite, I would say, are tomatoes. She likes doing tomatoes. I'm not a big tomato person. I will grow a lot of tomatoes, but I'm not a big tomato person, only because we had, oh my goodness, the mosquitoes are bad out here. Yes, I don't know if I can get back there to show you, but because I lose reception, I come too far back here. But I do have, let me step on these potatoes. I do have 4 watermelon plants growing. They're not the best. They're off to a slow start. There's one here, and they're all over the garden. We just started planting stuff everywhere. I don't have any particular spots in the garden for everything. I tell Rachel to plant stuff. Sometimes she'll plant things, seeds, and I'll come out here and mess them up by accident, not knowing where they are. And she's like, oh, I planted spinach or something there. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. When I just start doing things, I just start trying to go. Now with all these trellises, I'm gonna be putting up more. All of our tomatoes, earlier I was saying, instead of growing them in a Florida weave or growing them like up single pole panels, because the problem with tomatoes is, let's see, I hope I don't lose you guys. The problem with tomatoes are you should always clean up your tomatoes. See how these lower leaves are close to the ground? You don't want them near the ground, blight and fungus. Now these are I forget what these are. Rachel has tags out here too. These are a chocolate sprinkles tomato. Oh, thanks, Wes. Everybody give a thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. And then these ones here, these are cool tomatoes. I don't know, where's the tag for these ones? I don't know where they are, but they get little 1-ounce fruits on them. And look at what we got here. There's a zucchini in there. And like I said, I haven't had too many pest problems because I think everything is so planted. Like I have flowers here. Birds come in here, probably eat all the pests. We don't have like just a whole row of tomatoes or a whole section of tomatoes. My goal with the garden is, my goal with the garden is to plant like flowers every 4 feet. You have torch lilies, we have yarrow, we have Shasta daisies, lilies planted all in here, just to bring more beneficial things. My internet's not the best. If you go here, I dug this out of a client's yard. Oh, Rachel's up there on the porch. I dug this out of a client's yard. You're over 35, right? I am 46. I need better internet. I gotta back up here. Go back to where we can get some more reception and get you guys a whole look of the garden. Man, this is the worst I've gotten bit by mosquitoes so far. I'm getting like bit by mosquitoes out here. It's the worst so far. I've been out here every butterfly garden. Obviously, it looks like an overgrown mess right now. Then, I don't ever pull up volunteer plants. I keep them. You guys want to see a nice view? I don't pull up volunteer plants. I let them grow like these. I guess we had a pumpkin out here one year. So what I'm going to do, this is the heart garden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this pumpkin grow all the way up the driveway and see what we get out of it. And up here, if you notice, these are burnt. These aren't really sun plants. None of this, all this section here, you got your heucherella, your heucheras, creeping Jenny. None of this is supposed to be in the sun, and we get direct sunlight like right on this all day and all afternoon. And if today was the first time, actually the second time I've actually hand watered all this stuff this year. But it's growing in nicely. Ooh, it is humid out here. I don't know how you guys do it down in Texas and Florida and where it's like really hot. It's like, it gets to be unbearable sometimes. Eucalyptus oil is supposed to be a good mosquito repellent. Oh, I did not know that. I'll have to check that out. Rachel said she's seen somebody put something up that keeps mosquitoes out of the garden. She'll have to look for it. They have some stuff. I don't really spray myself with any bug spray. Normally I don't get eaten up, but I think because the humidity is so high today. Is like horrible. And nobody has good internet out here. Go closer to the city. Yo, filthy, I mean dirty. Did you work today, Wes? I didn't work today. It was too hot for me to go out and work today, and we were kind of caught up on everything, and it's my birthday, so I didn't want to go out. I figured I'd just stay at over 100. Wow. Ooh. That's crazy. How do you do it? How do you do it? You did 12? Oh, man. And you're hotter over there, aren't you, Wes? You did all of Knoxville. See, this is what I want to... Thanks, Blades of Grass. It is a happy birthday. Woke up this morning. My garden's still alive. So, it is a happy birthday. Just one more year older. 92 today. Sorry I'm moving around so much. I have mosquitoes out here. But, yeah. If I could do this all the time as a job, just work in the garden, I'd love to do that. One day we'll have a pretty big farm where we can just sit home and sell plants and stuff in the garden. Do you guys want to see? Diesel! Come here, Diesel! Want to see the puppy? Come here, Diesel! Hey, bud! How you doing?
Sir.
He's a little pudgy one, isn't he? Mm-hmm. He's got his baby fur still. Man, the mosquitoes are bad out here, Paige.
Go that way. Go that way.
Yeah, don't want to go toward the road, Diesel. It might. We tried switching our internet to Verizon, and that did not work. The signal's actually so much worse. And this isn't Verizon. Yeah, he is cool with the colors on him. He's what is he? A red merle, right?
Yeah.
A red merle Australian Shepherd. Good boy. And his name's Diesel. That's the name they had given him where we got him from. You got treats, don't you?
Yeah. Insured.
Good boy. A good Aussie name? Yeah, that is a cool name, Diesel. I said we should call him Muddy Buddy. But they gave him his name and he was 12, what, 11 weeks old?
Yeah.
So we decided to keep the name Diesel. We have another, not an Australian, what is it? Lucifer. She's a cattle dog. Border collie dog mix. But we had to add this one to the bunch. Oh, thanks, Zane. How you doing? Do any of you guys garden? Grow anything? Hey, if you grow one plant, that's good enough. I grow many. To be honest with you, if we weren't renting this property, if this was our property, these rows would go all the way around this house. And I'd have aisles of different designs. This is kind of what I'm gonna do going forward, even when we buy a farm. I like this. What I do is, you know, you spade out beds for landscaping. I deep spade these beds really deep, so any rainwater falls into the gullies that are along all these beds. Thanks, Thursday. Yeah, I was gonna do raised beds eventually when we started our farm, but I think it's just the cost unless I use the wood from the woods to make the raised beds naturally once we buy a piece of land. It's getting so expensive around land, like 3 times as much as it was when we first moved here 13 years ago. I mean, it's just crazy. We're gonna have to move further out to the outskirts. But have any animals ever snatched it? Let me see, get back to, oh no, so no animals of ours ever snatched the chickens. The chickens have been running around now. Jovi probably would. We lost the chicken to all the way at the end there. Let me see if I can come over here without losing power. Kayla was going to, people slow down here. Kayla was going to work one morning and she heard a commotion, and the people that live all the way down there, see all the way down there in the White House, and there's a main road that comes across. Their German Shepherd, I guess, got off the line, and Kayla found it eating the chicken on our front lawn over here. Sucks. She was screaming. We were still laying down because she got up pretty early, and it actually killed one of the chickens. So we called animal control because the dogs were running around and they were going to get hit by something. So we ended up calling animal control. He came out, but the dogs had already gotten back up there. And here, because it killed the chicken, you could deem the animal dangerous, but I mean, it's somebody's pet. I'm not gonna deem the animal dangerous and have it taken away from them. So we just told them to go up there and tell them to keep in mind that we have chickens down here and to try not to let their dog run out. I don't think they really cared up there, but I'm not gonna be mean like that and have somebody's dog taken because it did what it's naturally does. That's what animals do. They'll go after chicken if you let it. But it's peaceful out here. Well, I'm glad you guys all stopped in and came and watched my live. That not yet our water table is high because we have had so much rain this year. Now, yeah, Wes, we had a lot of rain earlier this year. Lawns look good. The garden, I didn't have to keep on it as much, but here in the last 5 weeks, I would say, it's been spotty rain. We're back to that pattern where you get a heavy thunderstorm, you get 6 inches of rain. I don't know, like if you're on flatland down there, 6 inches of rain, it's gonna soak everything up. But if you notice, we're on hills everywhere here. So even if we got like an inch of rain here, the stuff up on the top here is only gonna get probably an eighth of that inch of rain, and then it's all gonna roll down. And usually what it does is it rolls all down in the lowest spots. So even though you have gotten 5 inches of rain or 6 inches, some areas don't hold that water. It stays dry. And then, yeah, Mount Airy, very dry. We're all down, all of North Carolina, I think, is pretty hurting right now. But they did say there's a tropical system that might come up. Now, that's bad news for the Gulf Coast, but good news if we want rain up here. I don't want it to be too big of a storm, but then again, I don't like it when it's so dry out. It just makes mowing grass harder, makes coming out in the garden harder. Just makes everything harder on your equipment, all the dust. When you get nice consistent rain, it makes everything cut smooth like butter. But that's what we live in nowadays. When we first moved here 15 years ago, what was it? We would get snowstorm after snowstorm. The kids missed all kinds of school because of snow. And we're going on 850 something days or about that without having snow, which is it's a record for here. And we've just been above normal most days of the year. Not extremely above normal, but just above normal most of the days of the year. Look, you can actually, I don't know if you guys can see, you might get a glimmer of a few lightning bugs. Okay, guys, maybe I'll try this another time. I've been on for 28 minutes. I'm getting eaten by these mosquitoes, but I'm glad you guys stopped by to see the garden. I do have a video that I'm going to be putting up with everything I've done and been doing in the garden and stuff, and a better walkthrough that's not going to break up on a live. But we do appreciate you stopping by. Keep watching all the videos. Keep commenting, subscribing. We do appreciate all of it. Thanks for all the happy birthdays. We are getting rain exactly when we need it, thankfully. Well, that's good. Not us. I can't even recall the last time it rained at our house here. It's been that long. Yeah, I know. Well, it's busy, man. We've been busy. Not not like crazy busy. I don't try to mow 12, 15 lawns a day. I I try to just keep it. I told Rachel we have 31 accounts. I love it like that. To be honest with you, I'd garden all day. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a good night, guys. I am gonna go in the house because I'm getting bit. Thanks. Yeah, maybe one day they'll sell it to us, a rent to buy. That would be nice, but we'll see. It'll look way different if I did that. Yeah, I think I'm still alive. They're building a new chicken coop thing. See, I can get when I get. Oh, so don't mind the grass. The grass is a little long. Let me take you up here real quick, up to this part of the garden. If you guys are still with me, this is the part of the garden that I like. This has been. I don't know if you guys remember when we first started up in this area. All this was just dirt, and all this requires a lot of water to look nice like this. I mean, constant. I planted all this creeping Jenny in here, and like we've planted creeping Jenny at clients' houses, and it hasn't filled in like this. But I'm out here probably every other morning, like overhead watering everything out here. We got our peaches off the peach tree here because we had to pick them early because the groundhog actually climbed all the way up a tree. I actually looked it up and I did not know groundhogs climb up trees, but they will climb up trees to get fruit. And then this peach tree here, this one here, it's not going to grow peaches. It grew peaches, but it's got a disease on it or something. And I haven't gotten rid of it because I don't like getting rid of plants. And it's just creates shade for my other stuff. As you know, I got here, there's dianthus down here, and all these things up down here, all these plants you see in pots here, except for the torch lilies, these were all stuff that I ripped out of the ground, separated, and replanted in the pots. And the dianthus I didn't plant in the pots neither. That we ended up buying from the nursery. This is phlox. Like if you plant this stuff and let it spill over the pot here, look, see it's already rooted into the ground here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this pot here and I'm gonna cut all the way around this pot, fill in the hole and pull this pot out. And then I will have every phlox will be all in here, which will be nice. I kind of did that with the peach trees. I took 1 gallon pots of phlox just stuck the pot in there, and the pot, it actually rooted down into the peach tree here and then down into the peach tree right here. And what's going on with this one? Let me see. Yeah, man, I can water this and it doesn't feel too dry. Look, the groundhog just breaks everything in its path. Everything. They're like the worst creatures on the planet, the groundhog. But, okay, I just wanted to show you guys my messy garden up here too. I got gardens everywhere. Oh, look, there's a plant down over there. Did I knock that down? I know I was saying bye, and I probably got better reception up here at the house here. Oh, look, here's a peach. The groundhog didn't get that one. Oh, okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching.